15 years ago to the day, I got my camera and I stacked it on top of some DVDs and books. I pointed the camera at my TV and I recorded myself playing a little known video game at the time called Super Mario Bros. 3. It was what got started, it's what got me started on this whole path of being a Let's Player in the first place. And here it is, in its 16-bit glory! Here it is in all of its 16-bit glory. It's Super Mario Bros. 3, you know, the video game that you all know, the video game that everyone knows. So I'm not even gonna bother explaining what's going on here. So finally, we're back into the video game that I know about. Huzzah! And here's where I'd definitely be saying, okay, all right, okay, get the thing, get the raccoon suit, get everything, okay. Okay, so technically Mario 3 was a very influential game for its time. Because it definitely influenced the middle age of Mario, where it was like, you couldn't see enough of the Mario 3 influence going around. You know, New Super Mario Bros. 2 had the white raccoon power-ups, and, you know, the raccoon suit came back. A lot of abilities that allowed you to fly revolved around, I got the feeling that I'm furiously doing the thing, and I cock-a-dock-a. Okay. Jeez. If anybody remembers that song. Like, lots of power-ups that were introduced basically gave you the ability to fly, like the raccoon. So they were technically all, like, sort of variations on it. Like the propeller suit in Mario Wii, the raccoon coming back in New Mario Bros. 2. You know, the flying squirrel outfit from Mario U, you know, all that jazz, you know? And the raccoon suit coming back proper in, like, Mario 3D Land, I guess. Then they actually decided to get rid of it and decided to go on new original animals that someone may or may not have thought up of yet. Like cats. And more cats. Possibly even going into the whole possession route. They still had ideas, yeah, for sure. But, you know, if there was any video game that definitely influenced Mario a whole lot, it was definitely this game that did it. And you wonder why, because Mario 3 is just so good. Like, you can bend over to the back, like, you can squat down on this, and you'll go behind the level, and it will lead you into a warp whistle, which, this is an all levels run, by the way. There will be no warp whistles allowed here. But if you want to know what they are, you know, I can show you by the end of this. Pick a box! Its contents will help you on your way! God, all dorkly dorkly skits had that. This is also the first Mario game where you could actually hold your items. Like by going into the map screen and selecting, I believe, the select button, I think. Then you could bring up the item box or the item storage thingy and you'll find what you need over there, which is incredibly cool. Like, who'd have thunk that one of the coolest ideas at the time would be the ability to store your items for later use. I mean, Zelda definitely had that, but, you know, this game definitely had it more. And also, one-ups everywhere. Hooray! Now, my own personal story for Mario 3 when I was making the original Let's Play was, like... I was a junior in high school. Yeah, I was a junior in high school when I made my first official LP, so to speak. By the way, these are Boomerang Bros. I don't know why we don't ever see them often. But we do anyway, so yeah. Anywho's, we got a little memory game before I continue on. We gotta line up the boxes. Yeah, we gotta line up the pictures exactly how we see them. And there we go. I think I got it. No, that always looked weird. So I was a junior in high school when I first made my Let's Play. I don't have the camera anymore that I used to use to record all of this stuff. But, like, I would just, like, you know, plop the camera in front of my old-ass TV. Like, even by 2010 standards, it was, like, old for me to have, like, a CRT TV. Which is just wild to me. Like, how could I possibly have a CRT TV in 2010 when I should have, like, a flat screen? But I did anyway, and, well, I got inspired by two lovely people. I got inspired by one Mr. Chugga Conroy and one Mr. Nintendo Capri Sun because I love listening to their videos. It was just really fun to listen to them, like, talk about games all the time. And it was just, like, so good. I got knowledge. I got all the knowledge from, like, I got all the knowledge from Emil's videos. And I got the laid-back coolness from, you know, Tim's videos. So I figured, why not? I might as well just do my own thing with that. Which is apparently just being like, you know, just being like Emil. I don't know, man. Like, way too often what I would, like, compare myself to, like, his videos. Like, his videos are so much more well-researched than mine could ever be. So it's just like, yeah, I could never do that. Unless I was really passionate about a video game that I would be playing. So I would just be like, yeah, no, I could totally make my own videos like that. So I got my good old-fashioned camera. I would just simply plop the thing in front of the TV and, you know what, bada bing, bada boom. It just works. It just works. That's how it always was. God, you had to make sure, like, the TV was loud enough so that you could, like, potentially, like, hear the game audio seeping through the TV. And make sure it's not, like, too loud so that you don't, like, disturb anyone else living in your quarters, you know? Or, you know, your house. But that's just the way it was. That's just the way it was back then. And also, I would just be like, okay, all right. Okay, you know, I'm not that dude anymore who's all like, yeah. I'm not that dude. Oh, here's something that's kind of rare. You know, a memory game. You know, you have to match any one of the two cards and then you get that thing based on what you flip over. Unfortunately, I suck at it. So, yeah. That's just how it was. And it would honestly, like, take me forever. It would take me forever to get caught up with everyone else afterwards. Like, oh wait, that's not the select button. It's, what button is it? Oh, it's the Y button on my Pro controller. Okay. Let's do this one. Oh, it's a leaf. Okay. I would just, like, get, like, really caught up with everybody else by, like, I don't know, the past few years. Oh, it's terrible. The king has been transformed. Please find the magic wand so we can change him back. It's like, okay, guy, jeez. I mean, I get it. He was transformed into a snake. He He's transformed into a snake, but you don't have to cry about it. Jeez. But yeah, I would just... That camera has like a lot of sentimental value, and yet I lost it. It's so strange. Incredibly strange that I would just like lose it. I don't even know when I lost it. But that camera got me through some Let's Plays, let me tell you what. I tell you how what. Like, it got me through Mario, the original run of Mario 3. It strangely enough got me through like Mario Galaxy and everything. It would get me through some really cool video games. And apparently you can't use the fire flowers on Koopalings, apparently. It just stinks. It just stinks like that to high heaven. They can power through mini bosses with the fire flower, but you can't, you know, destroy the Koopalings in the same way. Boo! Oh, thank heavens, I'm back to my old self again. Thank you so much. Here's a letter from the princess. From the princess, yeah. Greetings! If you see any ghosts, be careful. They will give chase if you turn away. I've enclosed a jewel that helps protect you. Princess Toadstool. See, even in those days, she was, like, incredibly helpful. You can't be mad at her like that. Man, she was good. She was good back in the days. Even though the inevitable capture is on the way. But yeah, that was just me and my camera for God knows how many years. I wouldn't even get like a dazzle until I want to say like 2014? Yeah, I want to say 2014 is when I would get like a dazzle. And then I would just keep on using that dazzle for God knows how long until 17 or 18. No, it was definitely 17. Because a lot of things just now use like HDMI. There's no more AV cables in this situation. There's no more AV cables in this household. There is only, there's only HDMI cables allowed in today's tech world. There can be no place for AV cables except for those really old retro TV stores. Then I would upgrade further into like a 720p capture card, and I would be like, yay. And you know the rest of the story. You know how the rest of the story goes. Dry bones. They do not die. You can stomp on them to stun them for a little bit, but they can never die. Boos. Only by facing them will they actually freeze up. You know, they're shy ghosts, you know? Wait. No, wait. I gotta remember the cartoon. Boo Diddlies. That's what they're called. Boo Diddlies. Oh! Oh, God, that was so close. Okay. Go through here. This is Boom Boom, by the way. I was so busy telling my story that I didn't even get a chance. Yep, that's Boom Boom. This is where he originated. He originated from this very spot, where he would simultaneously die in the process. You know, secretly. Ooh. Yeah. There we go. Yes. 2 up, baby. Ooh, mushroom. Oh my god. Oh my god. Am I doing it? Am I doing it? Am I cooking? Ah. I thought I was. I thought I was cooking. Yeah, no, I really owe, like, absolutely everything to, like, Mario 3 to help me get started on the path. On the path of doing this as a hobby / way of making pennies on YouTube. And yes, we do mean pennies. Like, I only make pennies on YouTube. I have an actual job now, and I'm like, what am I still making, like, pennies for? On YouTube, I can very easily make so much more than that in a week now. I walk dogs, bro. I really got to think how far I've come since then, since like the old days where like where I was like a high school student. And then it's kind of weird to like play this game again and then look back on how far I've came since then. You know, as a person, how do I get out of this tornado? Stupid. Okay, there we go. Just gotta jump for it. And to get out of the angry sun's way. Because, oh, you know that angry sun. It's no match for the power of flying. Get it, son! Get it, son! But, like... Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Just, yeah. It's really crazy to just think about how far I've came since then. As, like, an actual people. And also... It's just sort of, like, dropped my school life. Like, when... I guess we couldn't afford to take, like, classes anymore. I wanted to, but, like... I think it just became, like, a little too inconvenient to, like... drive anywhere, I guess. I don't know. And then, like, several years later, I would just wind up back here. Actually, monetizing my videos was, like, sort of a start. And then afterwards, it's just like, yeah, no, my dad was all like, yeah, walk dogs. And I'm just like, oh, damn, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, seriously, I wonder why I didn't even think of that. I'm like, yeah, I love dogs. By the way, that music box will make all the enemies in the overworld asleep. But I want to deal with all of them. And of course, this is where chain chomps originated, of course. Ding ding mo. There goes my no hate run. Da, 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 da. Yep, that's also where, like, this sort of thing where I would sing the Mario 3 Lose a Life theme, like, da, 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 da. It's just a stupid little thing, like, me and my brother used to do, like, all the time. I guess we just love Mario 3 that much or something. I don't know if he's actually played Mario 3. Maybe I should check. Maybe one day I will, but, you know, now's not the time. Because it's like way past midnight at this point. Yeah, but look at me now. Like, look at me now. By the way, if you want to remove these rocks, you're going to need a pickaxe in order to do it. But, of course, that means I have to deal with this boomerang bros. Which was incredibly easy. Yep, right here. That pickaxe right there is what you're going to need in order to go all the way up here. Select the pickaxe from the inventory. I'm going to just go fire flower. Then go all the way to this spot where it has the iconic 3. Kill these fire bros, and you'll get the warp whistle. If you collect 2 of those, including the one that's at the World 1 Fortress level, then you'll be able to warp all the way to World 8, which is the last one. So that's good for y'all speedrunners of Mario 3. I keep looking back to how far I've come since, you know, the olden days of yore. Where, like, YouTube was just like a baby. Oh yeah, there was actually another thing that I sort of forgot to mention in the story. Is, yeah, nobody was, like, around for this, so I can't really speak for anybody who was affected by the events of the YouTube copyright system abuse that was happening. Yeah, even back in those days, there was a lot of YouTube copyright stuff, abuse stuff that was, like, going on. So it's just like, yeah, even back then, the YouTube copyright system was BS back then. There was, like, a group of false flaggers that went after, like, big famous people and whatnot. And it was just like, why go after... Oh, wait, hold on. Da-da-da-da-da-da. We love Lyle. I hate Lyle. Lyle is a thing. Ding, 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 do. Yeah, I had to get in that one. I don't need the item house. You know, or the toad house, whatever. I just wanted to show you what the inside of a warp pipe was like. But anyway. So, there was a group of false flaggers coming around. And it was all like, they were all like, yeah, we're gonna take down the big people. We're gonna take down the big people of the YouTubes. And they really did do it, like... They claimed the content as if it was their own, and YouTube's machines were all like, lol, okay. And you know, one by one, they took down all the favorite YouTubers. I mean, they do go back, obviously. Because, you know, who in the worldwide world would actually believe that, you know, regular ass people could, like, own content, even from, like, Disney stuff. Crazy. Insane. And just nuts. And you know what? People can still do that today, man. It's still happening. Hello, Rocky Wrenches. You're, like, one of my favorite, like, Koopa army guys. But yeah, no, it was still, like, kind of crazy even back in those days. And since they were going after, like, video game people, they were all like, it was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing, like, any videos about video games until those guys have gotten taken down. Like, even then, I was like... Even then, I was closely following the situation, and it was just like, I even commented on, like, a video, Q&A, where, oh, thank heavens, I'm back to my old self again, thank you so much, here's a letter from the princess. I even commented on the Q&A video, and it was all like, yeah, the situation's, like, 80%, like, resolved. Greetings! You can stomp on enemies using Karibo's shoe. Yes, you can. So you get the cloud power-up, which is rare. God, Mario 3 is so good. I know I haven't been talking about the game a lot, but literally everybody knows this game already, so I think I'm at liberty to just, like, talk about whatever I can talk about. It's just so good, man. But we're out of time for today, so next time it's World 3 and 4 of Mario Brothers Triple. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. We appreciate this theme in this household, so let's appreciate it together.